Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. This is our ninth episode. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans.
Yes, and this is our ninth episode. We are welcoming Mr. Raaja Rao, who is a West Ham fan from Malaysia. Hi, Raja, how are you?
What's up, guys? I'm doing wonderfully, very happy, very honored to be a part of the show. I like the work you guys are doing. Come on, you Lions! Yeah.
Oh yes, we've got a true hammer on the show, bro.
Yeah. Come
Yeah,
on, yes,
you know.
yes.
We got a true hammer. He's going to hammer us on the show. We're looking forward to it as much as possible. So, Raja, just before we start off with you, we would like to read out some of the comments posted by some of the participants, of our last week's show when we actually hosted the 90s heroes. So, I'm actually going to start by reading one of the guys' teams, right? So, Hari, I'm just going to go on with Ankit's team. So, Ankit
Sure.
Sangvi. You have actually written that you would like to start with Peter Schmeichel, same as me. Well done, fantastic. Lothar Matthäus from Germany, Paolo Maldini, well done. Okay, Ronald Koeman, interesting. Zidane from France, well done. Rivaldo, oh wow, Rivaldo from Brazil. Figo from Portugal, Scholes from England, Raul, of course, Raul from Spain. Gabriel Batistuta from Argentina.
That's a good pick, man.
And
Good pick.
yeah, and that's a good pick. And Davor Suker from Croatia. Oh my God, that's an amazing team, man. It's really strong.
Suker was a good pick, man. 98 World Cup took it by storm, bro.
Yeah,
Took
man.
Croatia all
Remember
the way to
the goal
semis.
he scored? Remember the curling goal he scored into the bottom corner, and stuff like that.
Fire.
Well,
Good
I'm
player,
sure Raja
man. Really
you
good
remember
player.
that as well.
Yes. Although very young, so no, I don't remember that well.
I've also heard stories, Nila, bro. I don't remember. I never.
There you go.
Too young. Was
Yeah,
too
we're
young
all
for
18,
World Cup.
19, right?
So Hari, who do you got? Who do you have?
I'm going to
Hari?
read out a team of Darshan. Darshan all the way from Australia posted up his team. I thought it was a brilliant team, actually. He's a big Inter Milan fan. So props to you, bro. He's gone with, again, Peter Schmeichel in goal. And then he went with Xavier Zanetti and Jaap Stam. So Argentina and Holland, good picks. He then went with, he's playing with fullbacks, basically, or wingbacks, sorry. So he's gone with Luis Figo from Portugal, Alvaro Recoba from Uruguay, which I thought was an excellent pick, by the way. True Inter
Excellent
Milan
pick,
fan. Like,
yeah.
he was a brilliant player. Great free kicks.
Yep.
Then he had Roy Keane in defensive midfield. He had two central attacking midfielders in Zidane and the man who was so good they named him twice, JJ Okocha.
Yes, of
and
course.
then
Happy to be him.
And then in the forward line, he went with the divine ponytail, Roberto Baggio, Ronaldo from Brazil, of course, and Risto Stoichkov from Bulgaria. It's a great team, man.
Wow.
Awesome team, Darshan.
Awesome.
Guys, keep the
Well
comments
done.
coming. We've got an awesome show today with a Hammer
Yep.
fan. Oh,
Hammers, Mr. West Ham United, Raja
Forever
Rao.
blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air, United.
and he'll never walk alone.
Glory,
So I
glory,
can't say
Man
much.
United. Glory, Man United.
All right, so we're going to talk West Ham today. We've got a West Ham fan in the house, so it's going to be all West Ham talk. A bit of Liverpool United talk because we have to throw it in any case, but it's going to be
course,
primarily about West Ham. So Ram, you want to kick it off? Let's put him on the spot, man.
Yes. So, guys, today's show, we're going to put Raja on the spot because he's our West Ham fan, of course, in Malaysia itself. To be very honest, we were quite surprised, but at the same time, very happy to have a West Ham fan among us to actually be part of the show. So, Raja, before we actually move on to the other parts of the question, I do have one burning question as well as Hari and, of course, the rest of us over here. We do want to know, Raja, how did you become a West Ham fan? Okay, that's the first question. Second one, why West Ham? Okay, and are you aware of how many West Ham fans in Malaysia by any chance? Do you know? So go ahead.
How many fellas like you, in Malaysia? Tell us, basically.
Yeah,
I've never
exactly.
met anyone face to face, but I have Googled a Malaysia West Ham fan club. So we do exist, but we are few and far between. Few and far between. I've never met anyone else.
It's not a loner running the club, right?
I probably is, probably is. But once we clinch the European Cup spots, the club might just grow, after this season.
So how man? Tell us how, dude. How did you become a West Ham fan?
Sadly, is not as entertaining or sort of as magical as one would imagine. I don't have like a great grandfather who lived in East London and used to take my great grandfather, and I don't have any of those stories. The story sadly starts in North London. So here I was, I would have been maybe 7, 8 years old, and I was watching football as a 7 or 8 year old can, with that amount of depth, not understanding anything. And I saw this amazing team in yellow shirts, tapping this Manchester United team, and I was like, oh, I really like that team. So I started my journey. This is going to be the controversial part. Everyone's going to hate me, with Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago. So I was an Arsenal fan. I used to be like the whole 9 yards. I watched them a couple of times in '98 when I was a kid. I fell in love with Ian Wright and Anelka and all of this.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to the dark Wenger years.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was like, this is absolute garbage. I kind of, became an adult, and I could think for myself, and I was like, why did young Raja pick this goddamn depressing club? So I was like, you know what? I made the decision as a child. I didn't know any better. So you know what? As an adult, I'm going to choose a club. And also, if you want to go extra deep, I actually found out that the reason they are called Arsenal and the armory and stuff, they literally used to store arms during the colonial period. So I was like, as an Indian man in Malaysia, brought over by colonialism, I was like, what do my ancestors think of me supporting the club? And all of the arms. You know what I'm saying? I know this is not that kind of show, but if you want an insight into who I am. So I was like, you know what, let's go. Then I stumbled across West Ham because I didn't want to go for another top 6 or whatever, So I was like, I like West Ham. It was founded by the same dude who founded the first ever vegetarian association in England.
Oh wow, that's interesting, lah. It's proper insight, man, for us and for our viewers.
Yeah.
Not an Indian flip by any chance, lah.
So I was like, okay, this sounds like a decent. No, it's white guys, sadly, but yeah, still.
I thought it was Guju. For the
I was
while.
thinking the same,
man. Won't be surprised if we married into some Guju people along the way. But yeah, so I chose West Ham, and actually the thing that really sort of sparked it was this one player I was in love with. His name is Mauro Zarate, Argentine.
Yep.
And he had come to West Ham. He didn't have the best spell at West Ham, but I was a huge fan of his. And while watching him, I was like, oh my God, who's this Cheku Kuyate dude? Oh my God, Alex Song is here. I love Alex Song. And I was angry at Arsenal for selling him. And there was a Winston Reid was there back in the day, Carlton Cole. I was like, this is a really good club. They always defy expectations. And the song goes, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. And here's the catch. Fortune's always hiding. I've looked everywhere. Still, I'm forever blowing bubbles, spreading bubbles in the air. So it's all about optimism. It's not about where you are on the table. It's about the true spirit of supportership. And I was like, you know what? I can rock with that. So today
awesome, man. Really.
Very good story.
Very good story. Awesome insight, man. To be honest, I didn't know a lot of this stuff, man. Really interesting insights.
Very inspiring, actually, to be honest. Yeah, very inspiring.
But one thing I got to say, though, man, great story. Great. How you became a West Ham fan is awesome. But you mentioning that the dark Wenger years and why am I supporting such a depressing club? And then to go on and support another depressing club, even more depressing, is awesome. That's the part that got me.
Happy, bro.
Yeah.
Contending for European spots, I'm happy, bro.
I don't.
You know what? To be honest, I expected to be relegated this season. I really expected to be relegated because of the moist thing and Grady Diangana. I don't know whether you guys knew. There was a whole little debacle that happened. Mark Noble was sort of coming out on Twitter and talking rubbish about the owners. And there was a bit of a players' revolt at the start of the season.
Yep.
So I was like, we're done this year. We're done for. We're going to go get relegated. And now, look at it. So, there's a lot of... I go home, I sleep every night happy. Put it that way.
Good to hear.
Very happy man.
Happy for your good sleeps, man. I'm depressed because we're lower than you in the table, but it's okay.
Woohoo!
I've got to ask you this question, man. You probably brought up a few names already, but who are your? Maybe you want to rattle out the team at one go, but who are your West Ham all-time best 11? Basically,
all-time best 11.
Yeah, these basically are guys. It could be guys that you've heard of or you watch YouTube clips of, and that you're a fan of, or it could be only these players that you have viewed with your own eyes over the years of you being a West Ham fan?
It's a mixture of both. As
Okay.
I said, I've only been a West Ham fan for less than 10 years. I don't know, maybe like 2013, I think that's when I first started.
Yep.
So 2013, 14. So I must preface this with this. Okay, firstly,
Yep.
I am a football fan before I'm any one club fan. I'm a football nut. Like I've seen every Liverpool game and every United game, every City game. Like I'm football crazy. Let me
Like
just
this,
say you
bro,
guys.
yep.
So with that being said, I have included both old and new. So let's start the team off. I'm not blind to the fact that it's slim pickings, bro, to make the all-time 11. Okay, we'll start at goalkeeper. Lucas Fabianski, the Pole himself.
Okay.
Has had about 88 appearances. He's been great for us.
And he's your current
I thought
keeper
they
as
were
well, right? Yeah.
He's our current keeper, yeah. 88. There was one other keeper who was playing in the 90s. His name is Miklosko, but I think I didn't watch him enough, so I didn't feel especially, like fond of him. So I'll just move along. Okay, so we've got Lampard Senior at left back. We've got Sir Bobby Moore, a man who captained the England side, who won the World Cup in '66.
Yep.
Next to him, we've got Rio Ferdinand, a legend of your club, Ram. At right back, we've got Steve Potts, who was just a hard man. He was the hard man as hard as they come. He was like the Roy Keane, but right back, and he played 3-4 decades ago. I've watched many a documentary, and his name is all the time there. So I've gone with a 4-4-2, flat four. On the left side, we've got Lampard. On the left side, we've got Dimitri Payet.
What a player,
What
I think he only had 1 or 2 years at West Ham, but he was excellent, man.
Yeah. Sadly, he went back to his boyhood club, Marseille, and he kind of won the Coupe de France and all that. So I'm happy for him, no love lost. So Dimitri Payet, moving on, we've got Mr. West Ham himself, Mark Noble, centre mid.
Mark Noble.
You can't
He's
not
still
respect
there.
him. Yeah, he's still there.
I respect that guy, man. Really respect Mark Noble.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't find one club man anymore in this day and age of football.
No, exactly.
And
yeah.
that's why a club like West Ham, you guys better support West Ham. I'm telling you. Next
Nice
we've
try.
got Billy Bonds. Billy Bonds was basically the white N'Golo Kante. If you guys do your research on this guy, I'm telling you, Billy Bonds, he was, if you thought Steve Potts was a hard man, Billy Bonds was insane. And back then, you can do footer challenge, no red card, nothing, play on sun and all that stuff. So yeah, Billy Bonds just to, protect Mark Noble. On the right mid, I've got Trevor Sinclair. I'm sure most of you remember him from the 90s.
Yep.
Yes, of course. Trevor Sinclair, yes.
Yeah,
Quality
90s,
player, man. Quality player, yeah.
Quality player,
Yeah. Up front, I've got 2 names that I believe are just magic. Paulo Di Canio, how can you not?
Oh, man.
And
One of my favorites in the game as well, Paulo Di Canio.
One of my favorites as
Yeah,
well.
what a player. A bit of a nutter, but a quality player, dude.
Exactly. Crazy socialist from Italy. But still, on the pitch, the guy was class. Absolute class.
Quality.
And next to him, we've got Carlito himself, Carlos Tevez.
Carlos Tevez.
United player. United bought a lot of players, took a lot of top players from you guys, right? It seems like.
Yeah, man. We're a bit of a feeder club, sadly.
That's a really cool team. I suppose one question I've got to ask to that is, where are some of the homegrown boys, man? Frank Lampard, Michael Carrick, for example.
Lampard's on the bench, Carrick's on the bench. I couldn't sort of put them in because I didn't feel so nice putting them in. It's like the same conversation with Rio, but for me, Rio is literally it doesn't get better than that. Yep. So there was a few players, I can't pick Carrick over Nobbs, for instance, or Carrick over whoever else I had on their team. So that's why I went with it. They're all on my bench though. I'll read you my bench. My bench has Miklosko, James Collins played many games for us. Trevor Booking, absolute legend in his own right.
Booking,
Jeff Hurst, who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final and won England the World Cup. Lampard Jr., Michael Carrick, Aaron Cresswell, and Javier Mascherano.
Yeah, top player.
Another Mascherano, another Argentine in your team.
Liverpool star, bro. Liverpool destroyer.
Yeah, man.
Under Rafa Benitez. That's
did with Javi was magic in Liverpool.
Yeah. Xabi Alonso and him in the middle of the park took us to our best years under Rafa.
Hari, can I say something to that? I love Mascherano as well because he came to Old Trafford and got a red card. So I was very happy to that. Cheers. Love you, Mascherano, wherever you are. If you're watching this, peace.
Hey, man. Quality. That's a quality team, by the way. I think the only other name I can think of who didn't make your team, but I probably understand, a quality player, but maybe didn't have enough of his good years with you guys. Probably had them with Chelsea. It was Joe Cole, who they said was
Fair enough,
skillful,
yeah.
almost as skillful as Lionel Messi. In the early
he
years,
was
we used to
good.
say,
Joe Cole, I swear to God, magical. It's surprising he was English. The way he played, like he was Brazilian or something.
Yep.
But yeah, not
he had
enough
fast feet.
years.
He had quick feet. Very good. Yeah.
And injury prone, sadly. Injury prone. He's like our Jack Wilshere or something.
Yeah.
we took him, we put him for, we bought him for a while, and he was absolutely useless for us. So we know what it's like. He was too injury prone, the guy. And he was a bit too slow as well. I felt a bit for the Premiership, he was a bit too slow a player. I felt he did well when he went to France, for a while, when he played with Hazard in Lille as well. So maybe that's where he belonged. Anyway, Ram, you're going to kick us off with what we have next. What else are you going to throw at him? Yep.
Yeah. So Raja, I want to ask you this question, right? Do you know what is the secret of West Ham's success this season? Do you have any idea? And what is your prediction towards the end of the season coming there? And is top 4 possible for you? What do you think?
Basically, I'll just say one term that encapsulates it all.
Okay, go ahead.
It's all Moisinho, bro. I'm telling you. Like I said, I thought we were gonna get relegated. I really did. But homie just came in first as an interim last year. He did rather poorly. But as David Moyes is known for, he's not like a short-term manager. He builds long-term sort of, I wouldn't call it a dynasty or whatever, but it's a long-term project. And he stabilized. He got a couple of hard men. He got in Thomas Susek. He got in Vladimir Kufal. Like the caliber of player, like what we got them for and what they probably are going to go for.
Yeah. I would take Thomas Suchek in a heartbeat for Liverpool. Quality player.
Everyone would, bro. I'm telling you,
he's
that
super.
guy. He's like an Eastern European Fellaini.
Yep.
Who's a
Same
bit more
height,
No, he's got a bit more about him than Fellaini, bro. I never liked Fellaini.
But Fellaini in Everton was not too bad if you think about it. The old Fellaini, alongside Arteta and Osman and all them. Yeah. So it's David Moyes. The way, if you notice his evolution, he sort of started with a back three, right? And he played a very sort of stable, this like sort of safe formation to eke out the draws and the tough games where you could just get 1 point here, maybe get a cheeky 3 against a top 5 club or something. And slowly, the more we started stringing wins together, he started getting more and more experimental. And he changed to the 4-2-3-1. He bought Said Benrahma. By the way, our Algerian Messi. I'm telling you, Said Benrahma, you guys, watch out. This guy's
a good player. He's a good player, man.
He's a very good player.
Very skillful guy,
Very skillful.
So Michael Antonio came back. Lanzini came back from injury. I would say it's Moyes and his experience. He's made a lot of mistakes over the years, right? Between his Everton years and right now at West Ham.
Ask Ram about his mistakes, lah.
Right, exactly, right? Yeah, he had a couple of mistakes, even at West Ham. So I think his experience kind of speaks volumes, and he's on record saying that he wants to build something special. When he leaves West Ham, he wants us to be closer to that top 6 situation than a relegation battling club. And, touch wood, everything so far seems to be going to plan.
Where do you think you're going to finish, man?
Yep. What's your prediction?
This is a tricky because our running games is not the easiest. We've got, okay, I'll tell you what. I played safe, top 9.
Top 9.
Ooh, from top 4 to top 9.
Top 9, yeah.
Wait, only one season, bro. Chill out.
This is what I used to do sometimes. Play it down a little bit. Play it down. Play it down a little bit. Smart. In fact, to be honest, I got to say something, man. I've been watching West Ham a bit closely as well recently. Since we started the show as well, doing a bit of analysis on West Ham. And very interesting. He's shown a bit of flexibility, I think, this year as well. Because Moyes I always felt was one way and that's it. But he's shown a bit of flexibility, I think. Yeah. Because he was playing a back 3, as you said. He was playing wing backs with Masuako, who I think is a brilliant wing back. He's not a full back. Great wing back going forward. He got injured and then he showed some flexibility. He went to a back 4. He got Cresswell in there. And then he brought Lingard in and then he shifted it. He played a 4-2-3-1. I think he's playing now with Lingard just behind Antonio. What I like and what I really like is the two he plays in the middle of the park, the Souček and Declan Rice, who make because you need players with engine to play that kind of role. They play up and down, and I think Souček, he's got a fantastic engine, man. Declan Rice is
damn good
as well, but Souček got a real engine. I read a stat where I think I covered it in one of the early episodes. He was in my team of the season so far. He's run the most of any player in the league this year. So he's got a real engine, scores goals, and I think Moyes has been pretty impressive this year.
Magical.
All for that,
yeah. And actually, we're one of the biggest teams in the league. If you look at us, like we are all like gigantic, very physical team. Very like we've always known. Like Michael Antonio, I believe, has got like something like the most headed goals in one Premier League season. And you can imagine that's the kind of football we play. We're very physical, always like get in there, just hoof it up into the box and just dive in for the header or something like that. So,
he plays the percentage football very well, Moise. The percentage game, he plays it very, very well. He keeps it tight, keeps the game narrow, and then hits people on the break line. He's got the pacey players. Like you said, the wingers are pretty good. I think Ben Rama and all. And then
I think I have to say this as a United fan. United play West Ham.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted to say as a United fan, I know that, whenever I see West Ham players cross the ball in, there's always something to fear about because there's always somebody there to actually hit the ball in. And you never know what can happen because they're so dangerous, especially Souček. Because of his height, because of his agility, I think he's someone that's going to make a difference when the balls are actually being crossed in. So I do think that he's one of the best that you guys have brought in as well.
And of course, the new Jamaican striker, Mikel Antonio.
Mikel Antonio.
I mean, he's basically the striker version of Adama Traore.
Yeah. Strong,
exactly,
physical, solid, I mean, we got to ask you this question, Raja, as well. I've not seen the movie. Ram has. Ram probably have more insights about it. But Green Street, man, did you get a chance to watch the movie? What are your thoughts on that and on the movie itself in general? Because guys, if you haven't watched it, it's about West Ham and hooliganism in the game, for example.
Millwall,
which was associated
Green Street hooligans.
Yeah, our derby rivalry with Millwall back in the day. I watched it last, I think when I was 15 or something. So it's been ages since I watched it. I think it's what's his name? Charlie Hunnam and that dude. Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood. Yeah. I haven't seen it in ages. Yeah, I think it was a great movie. Like even if you're not a West Ham fan or a football fan for that matter, it was a great movie. Like I think it's one of the must-watch UK films. So definitely watch it if you haven't already. But it highlights a big part of what West Ham and the firms, as they call it, we call it ultras in our country, right? It's the firms that were part of East London and English football back in the late 80s. It was quite a dark time, very violent, a lot of things like racism and sort of just mad football hooliganism, and especially our rivalry with Millwall. It was, I'm telling you, bro, that was a war zone. It was literal war zone. If you were caught and you were alone and you didn't have the rest of the firm with you and you saw the other firm, you might just, lose your life that day. So thankfully, I think late 80s, the UK enacted a football hooliganism bill or something. And that thankfully put to bed these things. Great movie, please watch it.
Yep, definitely watched it already. I want to watch it again. Harry used to watch it, man. You should really watch it.
Seriously,
I'm definitely going to give it a watch, lah. Yeah, I think now I think we've got some insights from you, Raja. But we got an interesting segment, lah. We started it last time around with our Spurs supporter. It's a rapid fire. Segment where we're going to shoot a couple. Actually, when I say couple, about 4 or 5 rapid fire questions at you. And it's got to be one word, very quick answers at the top of your head, really quick, really short answers, right? So before we get into that, I want to ask you something before we get into a rapid fire round.
Yep.
Again, a quick answer from your side, but your hammer of the year so far.
Tricky, but I got to go with Souček. Declan Rice got it last year. I love Becky Baby, as I call him, but no lah. This year has to be Souček. Becky Baby, man.
Becky Baby, yeah.
Hey.
Cello, bro.
That tells you the love he has for the club, lah. When you start calling your players baby, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to know. I call Linga Dino, bro. Love it. Is my connection okay?
It's okay. It's on and off, but it's okay, man. Not too bad at all.
So, Harry, you want to start the rapid fire?
Yep, let's get started. Rapid fire, quick fire answers, bro. So it's got to be quick fire, top of your head, right? So I'm going to start off.
Okay, wait. Only West Ham or all questions?
Only West Ham primarily.
West Ham or?
Sorry.
Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm in trouble, lah. Okay.
Only West Ham primarily. Okay, but no, it's straightforward. Quick fire answers, lah. Okay, first one. Okay. Tevez or Di Canio?
All right. Di Canio.
Di Canio. Awesome.
Okay,
I've got to before you get to this, Aram, I've got to, since we've spoken about Di Canio, I've got to mention you probably know the story, Raja, but Di Canio, Harry Redknapp's story on Paolo Di Canio. He has some very interesting stories about him. I think it was a game against Bradford City in the Cup or something. Bradford were 4-2 up. Di Canio was denied like two or three stonewall penalties, and the guy, he came running to the bench asking to be substituted. I'm coming off, and then he sat on the floor on the field in front of Redknapp like this.
Yes.
Think I'm coming off. I don't want to play no more. I don't want to play no more. I'm coming off. And Redknapp's like, come on, man, get up. And the game is going on right in front of him. And then the fans, I think the stadium starts chanting Paulo Di Canio, Paulo Di Canio. The guy just gets up, starts playing.
Paulo Di Canio.
Yeah, they start playing. I think they win a penalty. He starts arguing about the penalty. Who takes the penalty with Frank Lampard as well? Back and forth. Of course, Lampard has to give in. So then Di Canio scores, and then they score another 2 goals, and West Ham win the game 5-4. Man, I think it's a super interesting story, lah. And Redknapp has got quite a few of these, lah. So I thought I had to get it out there, man. Very interesting guy.
Well.
Yes, some good years with us.
Yep. I totally like Di Canio because my memory of him was catching the ball in the air when the goalkeeper was injured, and he said, "You know what?
That was
Everton against Everton. I think
that was my memory of him. Yeah. It was my memory of him. So Canio, I think that's a good choice. Raja, thank you so much. So the next one I'm going to ask you, okay? You're going to think really fast, okay? All right. So I want you to think Redknapp, Bilic, or Moyes. Rank them accordingly to your own preference.
Oof, I got to go with Redknapp first. Bilic did give us a great last season at the Boleyn, but sadly he couldn't follow it the next year and Homie got sacked. So I go Redknapp, Bilic, and Moyes just because we haven't finished the season yet. So let's see where he goes in a couple seasons. But for now, Redknapp, Bilic, Moyes. I love Slaven
So
Bilic,
same order.
Sorry?
So it's the same order as the question I asked you then.
I love Slaven Bilic. Have you guys seen him do punditry? He's so entertaining. He's such a funny dude.
He's fantastic.
I think he travels to Russia. Yeah, he's great. I love him so much. Sadly, he didn't do too well with West Brom recently, and he got the sack, and big Sam Allardyce took over. But I wish the best for him.
He was a cult hero for West Ham also, isn't he? He played for West Ham as well, Bilic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How hard, man, CDM.
Okay. Let me ask you this one now, man. Upton Park or the London Stadium?
It's got to be Upton Park. It's got to be the magic of the place, man. London Stadium, it's a problem with all these these newer, bigger stadiums. It's a bit sanitized. It lacks the romance of old school English football. Yep. It's a bit too sort of perfect. And the stupid track around the pitch
that really annoys me. Man, yep.
But Raja, that London Stadium is the one that's currently putting you guys on the top 4. So
that's because there are no fans, Ram.
Michael Antonio actually said that. He said it's easier to play without the fans. Like you can hear everyone clearly. The manager is yelling his head off and stay on side. So it's I can get instructions when it's 50,000, 60,000 people. Oh, by the way, I might add, Bowling Ground had more fans than Chelsea Football Club and Spurs before the move. So big club, bro. Big club, top 6. Yeah, check it out.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for that. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask you is best homegrown or academy player of all time?
So you guys have had some great academy homegrown players, man.
Yeah, man.
Give us your best one.
We have. It's got to be Rio, It's got to be Rio. You can't.
Rio Ferdinand.
There's Lampard there. There's a bunch of them there. But come on, Rio is literally I dare say, maybe save for Terry, which is a conversation to be had, the best centre back England has produced in the modern era. I mean, of course, we've got Sir Bobby Moore, captain. I'll leave that untouched. But it's got to be Rio Ferdinand. He was if you guys like Virgil van Dijk, you got news for you. Watch Rio highlights.
Yeah,
Virgil is still the best, but I got respect for Rio, but Virgil is still the best, bro.
Rio scored 2 goals against Liverpool, man. Amazing. Woohoo! Yeah.
No, I gotta say, I mean, he's a Man United legend as well. So I hate saying this, but he was a Rolls Royce of a defender,
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely was.
Star player, man. Star player.
Yeah.
We'll see where Virgil ends up. Give him a couple of years. Let's see where his career ends. Then maybe we can make a sort of even-handed judgment. But for now, bro, it's gotta be Rio. It's gotta be Rio.
Rio Ferdinand, good choice. Fantastic.
I'm gonna end this with a nice question, bro. This is the best of the bunch, lah. You ready for it, bro?
Right. Yes.
Liverpool or Man United?
This season or all time?
In general, Liverpool or Man United? Your second team or whatever, anything. Which would you choose? If you had to choose.
Oh, that's a tough one, huh? TikTok. I can't. Okay, if you want the marketing machine, you go Man United. If you want European glory, you go Liverpool. I'll go neither. I'll go West Ham United. Come on, son.
Nice way of dodging that question, lah.
Nice way. You dodged it, man. Well done. We were just testing you to see how loyal you are to West Ham, and proves it. He proves it that he is. Guys, if you are a West Ham fan watching this and you see this dude Raaja Rao, please give him a shout. A loyal West Ham fan. And if you guys are also West Ham fan, please leave your comments down below. Let's talk about it. Tell us your story, and we want to have you on as well. So
Yeah,
Raaja, fantastic, man.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome having you on the show, lah. You're a solid West Ham fan, lah.
Yeah.
When I talk about West Ham fans, I've got to throw another Harry Redknapp story in, like very quick one, lah. Looking how loyal you are. You've heard about the Harry Redknapp story where he brings a fan on during a game?
No, I haven't.
Oh, quality story then this one. So this is one hell of a story, lah. I'll keep it really short for viewers out there. But basically, there was a pre-season friendly that West Ham were playing early 90s. I think it was 94. Pre-season friendly against Oxford. He had limited players. I think players were still injured or whatever. But pre-season, you can make multiple substitutions. He had already made about 5 at halftime or something. But there was a loyal West Ham hardcore fan in the ground, just behind the dugout, behind Redknapp was. And he kept mouthing out, "Hey, Harry, bring that striker off. Like, he's useless. He's sitting on his ass. Get off your ass, man." And he kept mouthing off at Redknapp. So Redknapp got fed up finally. He had a couple of injuries. He had already made all his substitutions. He said, "Hey, you any good as you as good as your mouth is?" And he tells him, "Get on the pitch." He told the guy to get on the pitch. Basically, he told the kit man to give him his size shoes. And he brought him on as a sub. And then this is the best part, right? So the announcer up in the stadium, who announces the substitutions, he comes down to Harry Redknapp. And he says, "Harry, this guy's not on the squad list, man. Who is he?" And Harry's like, "You don't know who he is? Did you not watch the World Cup? He's Bulgarian striker, Chichichev." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I thought it was him." He said, "Yeah, I thought it was him." And this is the best part, right? The guy comes on. He's just a hardcore West Ham fan, nothing. I think he was a Korea guy or something. He comes on. He scores a goal, bro.
He scores a goal.
This is a true story as well as a quality story. You should read it up, guys. One hell of a story, this one.
It's a great story, Harry. Oh my God, I'm going to Google that definitely.
Yeah,
Harry Redknapp was just out for the bench, I tell you.
Yeah, he used to come up with all this stuff. All right, man, Raaja, we're not going to let you off without you singing a West Ham song or giving us a West Ham chant, man, to round it off.
Do it, man.
I sang it earlier already, bro. Yeah.
Sing it to end the show as well, bro.
Sing it to end the show. Come on.
Fortune's always hiding. I've looked everywhere. Still I'm forever blowing bubbles. Ready bubbles in the air. United. There you go.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Good, bro.
That deserves a round of applause, man. Well done. Raaja,
thank you very much.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. It was really awesome having you here. And to all West Ham fans out there and to all football fans out there, I hope you understand the concept of what we do. We want fans to have a voice on this show. And of course, leave your comments down below. Keep the subscribers coming. And once again, Raaja, awesome. Hurry, anything you want to add before we end
that's
the
it,
show?
man. It's been awesome having you on the show, Raaja. We definitely want to have you back again in the future. I think we'll probably try and get you back for a preview game or something when West Ham is playing either Liverpool or United, for example.
Sure. Yeah,
it'd be awesome to have you back, man.
I'm so happy. I love it.
Definitely.
Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate what you do. I really like the show. Keep it up. You guys are an inspiration. I watch you guys all the time. So yeah, keep it up. Come on,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, Raaja. Cheers, guys. Guys, signing off from the plot. Raaja, you can join us. For the fans. By the fans.
By the fans.
By the fans. Yes.
Cheers.